Welcome to this new series. I'm a software developer with 2+ years of experience in top 100 Fortune global companies. In this series, I will be explaining the advanced and some modern features of C++. This series is not going to be a basic tutorial of the language or about learning programming from the scratch. Still, if you are someone new, I would like to recommend you to watch the videos, but you will have to Google a few things. The series will definitely teach you the correct and most commonly used real world techniques. I will be strongly targeting production quality and industry standards of coding in this series. C++ is having a bit learning curve and is definitely not a first choice of language for someone new. C++ is extensively used at low levels where you need fast operations on native environments and also if you need direct hardware access. C or C++ gives you the control of memory, which basically makes it quite harder in the first go. Also, we can control each and every instruction our CPU will execute. During this series, we will be exploring it in more detail. To follow along, you can use any system of your choice, either be it Windows, Mac, or even Linux. So on any system, you will need some basic things to follow with the series. In this series, we'll try to do most of the stuff manually to get a better understanding of what happens under the hood. I will not be using Xcode or Visual Studio or any advanced IDE. So most of this time you will be seeing me on this terminal. So to achieve end-to-end build, you will need few things. First thing is GDB, which is a GNU debugger, which we have installed properly. You can check this with this commands running. Next thing, we need CMake, which is a build system. What is a build system and more in upcoming videos. We have CMake version 3.22.2, and the more important is GCC and G++. I would highly recommend to use G++ 11 or higher because we will be using some modern C++ features which are only supported in G++ 11 or higher. As G++ 11 comes with a complete support of C++ 20, and I will be targeting to use C++ 20 in this entire series. Modules are not fully supported, but yeah, enough for our use. If you don't have any of these installed, you can easily Google and there will be plenty of resources on how to do that. Also, only having this is not sufficient. You need to set these as your default. As if you're on Mac, you will see Clang by default if you use G++, which you should change because it will be much more easy in the later stages. So better set your defaults to G++ or GCC, not Clang. So why I'm focusing more on G++ and not on using Clang or MSVC? Let's see that. This is the best website for compiler support in C++, as we know that C++ is having multiple compilers and they all varies a lot. Currently C++ 23 is latest, but it's still not very stable, so I will not be using C++ 23. C++ 20, which is quite stable. You can see various compilers here, like Apple Clang, MSVC, GCC, Intel, and which core language features they support and papers they were presented in, and is it partial or it's complete. all the details are present here. So as you can see that GCC is having most of it green, because GCC is an open source library which is maintained by a community, and it's pretty fast when you compare to Apple Clang or MSVC. So Apple Clang is developed by Apple and MSVC is by Microsoft. So these libraries do take a bit to develop and come into release. As you can see, as MSVC is having everything star here, so yeah, it's pretty behind. So we will be using GCC, and I would recommend you to use GCC for this series. And as you can see what the stars mean, or as at the end we can see that we have a complete support of C++ 20 as of 11 version. So you need anything higher than 11. Yeah, as I said, modules are not there yet, but they are not complete but enough for our use. And if we go and see Clang, we are not up to date with C++ 20, and MSVC we are not up to date with. MSVC I think is having C++ 17 complete as of 15.7, and C++ 20 is still a way to go. So for these reasons, I would highly recommend to use GCC, and that too with 11 or higher. So that's it in this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. See you in the next one.